US Headquarters has a get-together with the American Red Cross to renew their MOU. Hualien Tzu Chi Medical Center Pediatric Ward nursing staff give both parents and children a festive break. Welcome to DaAi Headlines, and Lori Chen. Thank you for joining us. Recently, the Tzu Chi US Headquarters have signed an MOU renewal with the American Red Cross as a way to strengthen their partnership over the years. Both organizations have put much efforts in the disaster relief area. Hopefully, by combining with advanced technology, the prevention of disaster can be improved, as well as both the efficiency and quality of the aid assistance to all those who are affected.
Tzu Chi US Headquarters had renewed its MOU with the American Red Cross. It's been years of a strong partnership on helping the people in need in various emergency situations.
I know we've learned so much from partnering with Tzu Chi over the years on how to be a more dignity-first organization for the people we serve. And over the years, I worked alongside the shelters and on large disasters, but a few years ago I moved to Northern California, installed more smoke alarms together than I can count.
Within this agreement, we really just talk about our work together. All the work we have done for years is in the agreement. It's everything we all do in disaster, really, but it comes from the heart.
After signing the MOU with the American Red Cross in 2008, we started to expand our disaster relief missions across the entire country. From communities to states, Tzu Chi volunteers from around 20 states have the chance to collaborate with their local Red Cross chapter in terms of both large and small-scale disaster relief missions. Volunteers also help to promote the use of fire safety equipment in homes, such as installing smoke alarms and checking the validity of fire extinguishers. However, in the past few years, natural disasters have increased. Everyone has been thinking about how to help in a more efficient manner. By combining high-tech strategies, this year's MOU will become more widespread. Dr. Master Daniel mentioned about having a compassionate heart, and if we combine it with wisdom and technology, I believe we can help more people in need.
The Red Cross has a complete system and training program on disaster relief efforts. In the future, both organizations will continue to improve their collaboration skills and efficiencies in delivering aid supplies to all those who are in need.
In Zimbabwe, Tzu Chi volunteers are about to travel some 500 kilometers in order to reach the hardest hit disaster areas. There had already been many obstacles presented even before taking off. However, volunteers are prepared to face any challenges that may come their way. This is the true spirit of great love.
Volunteers will be traveling 500-some kilometers from the capital to Chimanimani. They are worried about bringing enough gasoline. Although they will pass through two big cities, there's no guarantee they'll be able to get gasoline there.
We hope we can be very lucky. If there are 20 to 30 cars in front of us, we can wait. However, if there are 100 to 200 cars, we cannot wait that long.
Since they'll be traveling long distances, the volunteers are being extremely careful. That is why they have been delayed, although they had planned to take off at 7 a.m. We had planned to take off at 7. We could not take off on time because we're waiting for our truck driver. Why wait for the driver? Because he has to go buy gasoline. The way people add gasoline here is very special. Since it is hard to buy gasoline, they have to drive this large blue truck and fill up the tank. Then they will pump out the gasoline from here and add it to our trucks that will be carrying the supplies. Besides the problem with gasoline, it is hard to foresee how difficult the roads will be. We have prepared this car because we're still uncertain about the road conditions ahead of us. From what we heard, the road conditions are still quite poor, and four-wheel drive trucks are needed. This way we can enter the disaster area fast. There's a weight limit on the trucks. When we get there, if we find that we cannot enter with the van, we'll take turns to ride a four-wheel drive truck and enter the disaster area. Including the big truck, there are 3 vehicles carrying supplies and 19 volunteers. Everyone, including 2 volunteers from Malaysia, hopes this distribution can go smoothly.
This trip is a long-distance one. Do we have enough gasoline? This is actually a big challenge. Even though there are many challenges, we hope we can enter the disaster area. We are taking off right now. How long have we been delayed? I do not know what time it is now, 9 o'clock. We have been delayed for 2 hours. This is considered normal.
We have been delayed here. We're worried that we may not reach the disaster area before it gets dark. If that is the case, we'll have to stay in tents on the mountaintop. Volunteers are eager to help the affected residents. They also realize that there are more challenges waiting for them.
家人们的爱，现在就要出发到申报的灾区，请money，拜拜，再见。
The volunteers are ready to take off, and everyone's spirited. Although there might be more challenges along the way, volunteers are confident they can overcome obstacles to reach affected residents.
Staying in Zimbabwe, before conducting the planned aid distribution, Tzu Chi volunteers went to a slum area to inspire compassionate givings from the locals. It has been 6 years that volunteers have been caring for this area. So when the residents learned that Tzu Chi volunteers were helping the cyclone-affected residents, they started to donate clothes, daily supplies, and whatever change they had in their pockets. They are all spiritually wealthy.
More than 800 people have gathered at a venue in the slum area. They wanted to make small donations to the Tzu Chi volunteers who are heading to the hardest hit disaster areas. 78-year-old Agnes is donating 30 Zimbabwean cents, which is equivalent to about 26 US cents. Since she lives by herself and does not work, this is almost all the money she has.
Besides donating money, I've also brought some clothes. After watching the news this morning, I've been really worried about my fellow countrymen who have been devastated by Cyclone Idai. I even cried. That is why I'm making a donation. Despite the small amount, I am still doing my share.
The 3-year-old girl has taken out 5 Zimbabwean cents, which is equivalent to about 5 US cents. Her mother, Dokas, who suffers from eye problems, cannot work. Living with her 2 children, she usually relies on the lunches provided by Tzu Chi's free kitchen.
Okay.
From the people I came in contact with since last year, about 94% of them were unemployed. They feel for the affected residents. They know it is a large disaster, so they are willing to donate whatever they have.
In just an hour's time, Tzu Chi volunteers have collected a lot of second-hand clothes, daily supplies, and around $28.4 US in donations. These people have shown that giving is not the privilege of the rich, it is the privilege of all people with sincere hearts.
Another African country that was devastated by Cyclone Idai is Mozambique. Tzu Chi volunteers have conducted a total of 2 large-scale aid distributions there already. In the aftermath of the disaster, more than 3,000 classrooms were destroyed in its path. Therefore, reconstruction has also been included as one of the long-term disaster relief plans. Let's check out the current status. The little boy in the photo is only 9 years old. The cyclone destroyed his school. He misses the site of the building that once stood. Now he can only sit in the rubble and recall all the fond memories he had.
Ever since the cyclone hit, he has not been able to go back to school. He really misses his classmates. His old classroom is right next door. However, we cannot physically go over there right now.
The feelings of emptiness can be seen on the little boy's face. In the aftermath of Cyclone Idai, more than 3,000 classrooms were destroyed in Mozambique. He was one of them. All that's left of the school ground now is a wall where the blackboard is hanging from.
After Cyclone Idai hit that day, I asked him how he felt that very same night. He didn't answer me how he felt that night. All he said was that he was very heartbroken and that he was very sad because his school was gone.
In the aftermath of Cyclone Idai, there are countless heart-wrenching stories everywhere. Even though they had nothing left after the disaster, the residents are still optimistic about the future. Today, a shelter in Dando district was filled with joyful ambiance because Tzu Chi is conducting an aid distribution. Everyone was happily singing and dancing to the good news. The folks all sat neatly under the tents, drinking the clean water that Tzu Chi volunteers had poured for each of them. Everyone hoped that they would get the aid supplies quickly, but the order was completely under control. They all listened carefully to the volunteers, introducing Tzu Chi and Dharma Master Deng Yen. They all know that this assistance is an accumulation of love from all over the world. From the truck, the volunteers quickly unloaded the bags of rice one by one. Each plastic bucket is filled with all the daily necessities for each household. The affected residents didn't need to stand in line. Instead, volunteers personally handed them their supplies. The second batch of materials shipped from South Africa mainly consisted of eco-friendly blankets and mosquito nets. It will be organized for the next aid distribution given to the affected villagers. There have been many countries worldwide that have started the Send Love to Africa initiative. Therefore, the handmade workshop at the Tzu Chi grounds in Kaohsiung have been hard at work in producing and packing up more than 12,000 eco-friendly blankets in just a few days' time. This was made possible by groups of Tzu Chi volunteers going over to help out in shifts from all over the island.
感恩师兄哦，师姐哦，我们这个哈，明天就要专柜要送往东非了哦。
The Gansai Handmade Workshop volunteers are busy at work because more than 12,000 eco-friendly blankets are being prepared and made to send to the Eastern African countries. 58-year-old Ling Zhaochun is responsible for the most complicated task, sewing the seams. She's a fashion design teacher and had put aside her school duties to come help out with the other volunteers.
Everything must be completed on time, so for the past 2 days I've been sewing till 8 p.m. every night. I'm very happy to be helping out, even if it is very tiring.
Producing so many blankets in such a short amount of time is quite difficult. Fortunately, there were volunteers from all over Taiwan coming to help out.
We're so grateful for everyone coming out to help. Sometimes in one day, there will be 50 to 60 volunteers here, coming from Lingyuan, Donggang, and Sanming areas. Like today, there were volunteers coming over from Fengshan as well.
On-site volunteers also continue to pass on the love through other practical actions. Relying purely on manpower to load all their cartons, this is the first time that the Gansai grounds is taking on the responsibilities of shipping out disaster relief blankets.
Our containers will be shipped out by sea from the port of Kaohsiung to both Zimbabwe and Mozambique. It will most likely arrive around the beginning of May.
Everyone worked together in unison and have put all of their best wishes in everything they did. It's with great hope that this great love will reach the affected residents soon, helping them walk out of the shadow of despair. For many people, music is a source of comfort. This is the case with Tzu Chi volunteer Chen Shouxiong, who can be frequently found at the Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital. After he retired, he began to play his violin inside the hospital almost every day. All these years, he has brought joy for many patients and their families.
Through music, Tzu Chi volunteer Chen Shouxiong brings joy to the seniors at the Taichung Tzu Chi nursing home. Chen Shouxiong is in his 70s. He brings his violin to the Taichung Tzu Chi hospital every day. We can always find him inside the hospital. He barely takes a break from volunteering.
If I am sick, then I won't be at the hospital. Once after the surgery, I came in a wheelchair and I played my violin while sitting in it.
At that time, his foot was injured. It's difficult for him to move around, but he still came in a wheelchair, playing music for grandpas and grandmas.
感动的眼泪啦哈。
老歌啦，
你爱听吼。
老歌，真好听。
As we can see, music really is a universal language. This grandpa was deeply touched by this old song.
有时伫个床的啊，顶解拢要无落床啊，拢去床遐床边啊下，真的很有心。
他们喜欢的话哈， 给我的一股动力了。
The Hualien Tzu Chi Medical Center Pediatric Ward nursing staff held a surprise Children's Day celebration for the young patients. They all transformed into different Kids Channel characters, hoping to bring laughter and joy for the children. Even though this Children's Day was spent in the hospital, but thanks to the thoughtfulness of the nursing staff, both the parents and the children were able to temporarily forget about the pain and fatigue of illnesses. The nurses all of a sudden transformed into the characters you see on the Kids Channel. All of the children were happily dancing and singing along with the characters. This is the nursing staff of the Hualien Tzu Chi Medical Center Pediatric Ward. They especially planned a surprise for the young patients for Children's Day.
We hope that the children will not be so afraid, so frightened when they're hospitalized for treatments. So we thought that for Children's Day, we should do something special, something festive for the kids.
The parents and children sat down to do some DIY projects together. It was a little bit chaotic, but both parties had smiles on their faces. The laughter filled the air, temporarily forgetting about the pain and fatigue of illnesses.
It was a really great surprise. It was filled with warmth as well. It's great for him because he does not feel well when he is hospitalized. This type of activity can really divert his attention elsewhere, so he doesn't focus on his pain and suffering.
Just outside a pediatric ward, a new reading room has been put in place. What makes the children the happiest is this whole entire canvas wall for them to draw and doodle on. It's a place where they openly express their creativities. Although this Children's Day was spent in the hospital, it was still filled with beautiful memories. In Taiwan, elementary school student Zhang Xingyi was raised by her grandmother. Therefore, she was raised in a Taiwanese-speaking family. She would like to be a teacher when she grows up and hopes to preserve the island's native language. What a wonderful child!
Grandma is picking up Shinny from school, and there's always something to talk about. Talking and laughing from school to home, Shinny sticks close to her grandmother. When she returns home, she is a good family helper.
The grandmother raised her, though she knows quite a lot and works very hard.
Shinny is in the 6th grade, was raised by grandparents, and usually communicates in Taiwanese. She's so stunned, she even sings Taiwanese songs perfectly. These are some of the daily things that Shinny wishes for.
If you speak Mandarin to elders, they may not understand. They may keep asking me what I said, so I want to teach more people to speak Taiwanese.
We have to study hard. We shouldn't waste this chance. If we work hard, we will gain more.
Her future goal in life includes being grateful to the elders. Volunteers encourage her to move forward toward her dreams.
In Shenyang, China, there's a Tzu Chi care recipient who suffers from a brain tumor. Due to financial difficulties, he did not receive medical treatment in time and therefore lost eyesight in one of his eyes. Tzu Chi volunteers have been caring for him and his mother and even helped them repair their leaking balcony.
阳台嘛，年久失修，20多年了，所以总漏水，就是娘俩特别苦恼，就因为这是一个很大的心结，很大的一个困难，就是解决不了。
The mother and son depend on each other. Wang Yun suffers from a malignant brain tumor, leading loss of vision in one eye. Although his mother did not express her worries in words, but volunteers understand it very well.
When it rains in the summertime, our balcony will leak. And it's the same when it snows in the wintertime. This is a problem that worries me all the time. Today, Tzu Chi volunteers came to help me repair it. I'm very happy and grateful.
We want to help them solve their problems and difficulties. We hope their worries can go away. After repairing the balcony, we can see that both of their minds are free from worries.
The volunteers have been encouraging me and helping me all the way till now. I'm very grateful. Right now, I will sing a song as a way to express my feelings and gratitude.
一路走来很久很久，有你陪伴，有你守候，最舍不得与你分手，最舍不得让你泪流。这次相聚铭记心头，今后的路要常伴左右。
爸爸，拜拜拜拜。 Many solitary seniors in rural areas are not able to prepare meals for themselves due to their physical conditions. After the 9/21 earthquake in 1999, Nantou Life Reconstruction Association began to deliver meals to the underprivileged seniors in their community. The food delivery service has lasted for nearly 20 years already.
Early in the morning, the cooks start making lunch for more than 100 seniors who live in remote areas.
For elderly people to eat, the food should be softer. Besides, we'll also ensure the size of food is appropriate.
After a while, they start to prepare lunch boxes with the food they have cooked. 86-year-old Lin Wenlong, one of the 9/21 earthquake-affected residents, lives alone and has mobility issues. Both his lunch and dinner for each day are delivered by Nantou Life Reconstruction Association.
Even on rainy days, they always wear a raincoat to deliver lunch boxes to us.
After the 9/21 earthquake, Nantou Life Reconstruction Association began to deliver meals for underprivileged seniors in Guoxin Township. This service has been provided for nearly 20 years.
We not only send lunch boxes to the seniors, but we also need to care for their living conditions and understand their needs.
The association has recruited many young people to provide long-term care for seniors in rural areas. They treat one another just like their own family.
Every time they see us, they always welcome us with a smile. If they plant some fruits at home, they will also invite us to eat them.
In addition to food delivery, the association also provides daycare and home care services and has set up different care stations to spread love throughout the community.
To celebrate Taiwan's Children's Day, the Jingsi Books and Cafe in Guandu held an activity for both the children and their parents and grandparents. They used the Jingsi products to create many delicious snacks for all to enjoy. Let's check out their final products. Thank you for watching. See you next time.